pay?
No, you don't pay. Press button below. Can't see any button.
Do you want me to go out?
I can't see a button. So we've just arrived at Canterbury Aire, and we've decided to go into the main. This is the official Aire here. There's not many people here at the moment, and I can't see any signs for the overflow. Last time the overflow is over there, and oh, there are some vans, and then we'll go and have a look. There's no signs up this time. It's the last time there were signs to use this, but obviously some people know. At the moment, Rachel has taken Sprocket out for a wee, and I don't know where she went. So I don't know if she's gone down there. She just disappeared. Had problems getting through the barrier. Had to reverse the motorhome and come at it several times before we could get that to work. So when it's busy, this is the official overflow car park, and there's normally signs up. There's no signs up at the moment, so we're not coming in here, although it is a nicer place to be, I think. Just found the gates open. So no path. That doesn't look like a proper path,
No,
does it? Why have the gate open? Maybe it's just this bit of grass. If you've explored this and found a path, put it in the comments. Yeah, well, it's nice for Sprocket to get on a bit of grass. That's nice. I'm sure that was chained up last time. You see my previous video about coming to the Aire. This part was disgusting. This was all overflowing with rubbish, and there have been reports on search for sites and places like that about rats. This is much better. So this is the only bit I don't like. That's your water, but it's also your toilet, so you have to lift the flap up. So you need gloves if you're emptying your toilet. Flushing out. Fresh water over here. So a lot better than when we came down last time. So I think we would use it again. So we're just exploring for a dog walk from the Canterbury Aire, as basically there's not much in there apart from car park. So the bus is coming there. If you cross over the road, there's a pavement, there's the pub, and there's this footpath here, and we go left, I think, and it should go along up to Fields, I think. So the idea is to walk Sprocket before we go into the pub, so that she calms down. So she's had a bit of exercise, and she'll settle while we eat. We haven't booked tonight because it doesn't look too crowded on the Aire compared with when we came down in September. There's far fewer motorhomes. So coming up that footpath from the Aire brings you to this field, and a footpath that carries on. Rachel reckons it's going to rain all night, so we'll see. I don't want it to rain. I don't want to drive on wet roads, so I have to clean Gustav. snack, drinks and toilets inside the bus station, and when it's time to go you come to this machine here and it's number plate recognition, so you just press start and put your number plate in and follow the instructions. So it can be a little bit confusing if you've not been here before, because you think you need the ticket that comes out of the machine, as people did last time, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were getting quite stressed they hadn't got the ticket. But you don't need a ticket. The ticket is just to get you into Canterbury on the bus for free, if you want to do that. But otherwise it's number plate recognition, and you pay, and I think you've got about 10 minutes to get out after that. Right, it's starting to fill up a little bit, and this is the overflow area, which has now got a lot more motorhomes in there. The way into the car park seems to change every time we come down here. So last time we couldn't find the pet reception because there was differing signs. This time we followed the signs round for everything apart from cars, so obviously we're not a car, and it was in 2 lanes going round, and then suddenly all the signs just stopped and we ended up at like a secure gate for staff, wasn't it? And the car next to us that was in their lane, they didn't know what to do either, so we just ended up in this car park, and then we could see a different way at the end. So bad signing yet again. Apart from that, so it followed us all the way around the building and then back into the usual car park. So we've arrived at the tunnel, and we're now just going to go and check in Sprocket at the pet reception. Hold on.
Over there.
It's nice, isn't it?
And water.
Oh,
Fresh water.
pocket of water.
But that's good.
Yeah, very good.
Everything has got the time thing on there.
We've now been over to the pet passports. That was very quick. Once the chap had got off the phone, he was very quick. We scanned Sprocket with the European passport that we've got. So Sprocket has her own European pet passport. You can get these abroad. You can't get these in this country, but very easy to get in places like, well, we would recommend the vet at Bruges. If you go on to the Facebook group for animal health certificates and search animal passports, all the details will come up. I'm not going to put the details on YouTube, but very easy to find the details. There's an English speaking vet there that's very happy to do the passports, and in fact there was a queue of English people when we went. It means you just sail through the pet passport bit, and you don't have to spend lots of money every time you go with an animal health certificate. So well recommend, if you go with dogs, get one of these passports, and it's valid for it's valid forever. We just need to top up the rabies vaccine every 3 years, so very easy to do. We were early. They wouldn't put us on an earlier train because they're all full apparently, and yet there's hardly anyone in the car park, but fair enough, we knew that. So we had time to have a hot chocolate, and then by the time we've got back here, we've now got like 5 or 6 minutes just to wait before we go. Morning, hiya. 15, thank you very much. Oh, looks like we're going straight onto the train, it's 15's open. They're all gone. Eh? There's no one in that carriage. Well, there was when he shut it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They've been zapped.
That's everyone.
How did that happen?